All right, on this episode of Bouts Talking Bouts, we're posted up at Burlington Training Center, BTC 18 transpiring, and talking to a victorious Matt Smith. How's the night going so far? Probably pretty good, right?
Nice, great. Got the victory. That's a big win, so very happy for sure. It went good. Definitely didn't really thought it used a different game plan than I originally planned, but hey, whatever works, right?
And that was kind of interesting because I'd previously seen Matt Bednarek's prior fight, and it seemed like the takedowns were something he was a little susceptible to. So it's interesting that you said that wasn't even necessarily in the game plan. When did you see that as the path forward? When did you notice that as a viable game plan?
When I caught his one kick and kind of tripped him and sweeped him down, I was controlling him pretty good. So I thought wrestling would be a safe way to go. It was working, right? So if it's working, might as well stick with it, right? So yeah, I just thought I'd stick with it, and I did, and it got me the victory. So it went good for sure.
Yeah, and it seemed like you were doing well at working in the different ground and pound strikes, and he was working at trying to prevent you from posturing up. What was it like? What kind of resistance did you face from him on the ground? Was it differing from your preconceived notion of the fight, or?
He was good on his back for sure. He was attacking with bows. He got me with a nice bow. Actually, gave me some nice stitches, nice war wound for sure. Definitely a tough dude for sure. He was strong, pretty good with his guard. So it's working with Urgus. I've always been a good wrestler, but Urgus has really leveled me up to a new level. So it's it paid off. All the hard work paid off for sure.
And how long have you been working with Urgus for? It seems like it's a relatively recent kind of thing.
No, I've been with him for now probably definitely over a year, probably closer to a year and a half. Yeah, so it's he's brought me to new levels. Things are going good for sure. So I appreciate it. Yeah, he's a beast for sure.
Yeah, no, he's an animal for sure. I remember I heard the story of how he got his nickname. He was beating up a couple guys at the same time. That's why they started calling him the Rhino. I was damn, so a good guy to train under.
Yeah, rock steady Rhino. He's a beast, that's for sure. Oh yeah, he's brought me to new levels. Great friend, great guy for sure. Great coach. Yeah, I'm glad to have him as a brother for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of Belleville chants from the crowd. I don't know if you got to notice when you were in there, but it seemed like they were really representing for you. Were you hearing that at all when you were out there?
Oh, I know. All my friends and fans came up. They love me. They're loud. Belleville loves the fight scene, right? So it's I knew they'd be very supportive, and I appreciate them all coming for sure. It was a good night, very good night. Yep.
And it was cool you shouted out the upcoming Belleville show. I would think that would be very much on your radar as a bucket list thing, fighting in the local area and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'll be huge. Like I said, Belleville's a big fight city, and having a pro MMA show in Belleville, it's going to be a big night, a big night for sure.
Yeah, you got some pretty crisp lettuce too. How long's the lettuce back there been going for?
Oh, she's going good. She's been going for good. Hockey was my sport before fighting, so I always rock the hockey flow, but I got the mullet trimmed up for the fight just to make sure it look nice and pretty.
Yeah, for sure, and I appreciate the time, and I want us to both get out there and check out Cody's fight. And yeah, I appreciate you giving the insights, but just, as a parting thought, is there anything you might want to put out there that maybe hasn't been mentioned as of yet?
No, great night. Like I said, honor to fight for BTC. Very proud to fight for this promotion, and looking forward to the future with it for sure. And always an amazing show and venue as always. So just an amazing night. That's all I can say. Thank you. I appreciate the interview too.
Yeah, no, good to see the Mauler keeping the spotless record going, and I appreciate the time to reiterate.
Yep, no problem at all, and I'll try to keep her going as long as I can.
All right, in this episode of Bouts Talking Bouts here at Burlington Training Center, and talking to an individual coming off of a fight tonight, and just, looking to get the, initial thoughts. I know it's pretty fresh, but just the initial impressions from the fight.
A bit of a rough night for me. My opponent, he kind of came in with a game plan that I didn't expect. I was expecting him to be more of an outside striking striker, but no, came right in with the clinch, takedowns against the cage, and held me down. I tried getting up, but just pulled my hips back in, held me down, and won the fight through just top control.
And was that preconceived notion based on tape you had seen or something like that, just relative to what you thought his game plan would be?
Exactly, yeah. So I watched his first fight against Curtis, and he fought like I expected, just on the outside, blitzing in with a few punches and a kick, switching his stance a lot. I don't think he shot for a single takedown. So, that's why I was a little bit caught off guard, a little bit surprised by his performance today, which was great, but, yeah.
It seemed like you were able to like at least stymie like a fair amount of the ground and pound, like not have him like posture up as much and stuff like that. Are there little like micro moments that you can take solace in, even though it's not within that ideal binary, I suppose? Like, do you take anything from those moments?
I'll always try to like find like the silver lining to every situation. The most damage he did was the 2 or 3 leg kicks, and that's really it. Like for the ground and pound, it was negligible. It was absolutely nothing. So I guess I control his posture, control his strikes, land a few elbows off my back, but you can't win fights off your back. That's never going to happen, no matter how many elbows you land or how many submission attempts you try to pull off.
Yeah, and I mean, speaks to like great work you're able to get, like just working at such a hotbed like adrenaline MMA and stuff like that. So I guess like when are you looking to like get back to it? Is like pretty much like right back in the gym kind of thing, or like how does that work for you?
Oh yeah, Monday afternoon I'm in the gym doing kickboxing and jiu-jitsu classes. I don't care whether I'd be hurt or not. I'm going back in there. It's whether I'm fighting or not, I'm going to be doing it. I'll be in the gym Monday to Saturday. I'll be getting my ass beat by Jesse Ronson. Like it's part of my life now. He's as important to me as any family member or friend.
Yeah, and him getting the victory in the main event tonight. MMA is kind of a complex sport in that sense. Like, I mean, in your bout, it wasn't necessarily the ideal outcome, but like how do you, I guess, compartmentalize the whole night? Just like being that like a team compatriot got like a big dub in the main event is like a bittersweet kind of thing, or
it's bittersweet, but like I'd rather see my teammates win over anything. Like I get more nervous for their fights than I do for my fight. I'm scrambling all over the place whenever my teammates are fighting. It's when I'm in there, it is what it is. But with them, it's definitely more important.
And how long have you been a part of that fold for a little bit? Because obviously, like I said, there's such a great hiry there with that gym and just London, Ontario for Canadian MMA. Anyway, like when did your journey there begin?
What was it? 7 years ago, 6-7 years ago, something like that, and slowly got more and more involved with the pros there, and now I'm here.
And like there's a bit of like cross-training culture throughout Ontario. Like some of the guys I've talked to tonight have gotten in rounds here training and stuff like that. Have you also trained here before, like prior to competing? Or
I've never been to a single MMA gym outside of Adrenaline. It's something I might change now, but I'll see. It's the gym that I've always stuck with.
Well, it's a great gym, I guess. I was just asking in the context, like, because some guys will, like, do the sparring and stuff like that, and then obviously a different thing in the live competition there and everything like that. So, like, I guess what did you think of the, I guess, more, like, intimate kind of dynamic and stuff like that? Like, it seems like you could really hear a lot of the shots in some of the different fights and things of that nature, like almost like an Apex kind of vibe. Do you notice that as, like, a competitor or not so much?
Oh, not so much. I have no idea what's going on. Like, I don't know if people are cheering, if they're booing, if whatever's going on. I hear my coach, and that's it. And I hear the guy who I'm fighting. I hear him sweating and grunting and just, yeah, very primal.
Yeah, and is there any idea of, like, what you would like to, I guess, actualize into reality in 2023 competitively, like, even as far as, like, strength of schedule or anything like that, or?
It's really early for a New Year's resolution, but just got to get back in the gym, back to the grind, and work on the weak points.
Yeah, and it's great getting to talk to you. I appreciate you making some time and everything like that. But, in being mindful of your time and everything like that, is there anything you might want to, like, add as a parting thought as we're kind of wrapping up, though, Matt?
No, not really. It's just I just want to thank, like, my teammates, everyone that took time out of their busy schedule to help me train, my coaches. Goff, I got to thank him so much. Jesse Goff, our jiu-jitsu coach, with the weight cut. He did so much for me, and I'm so thankful. I really wanted to win this for him. Even more than Ronson, believe it or not, just because of all he helped me with. He did everything. I turned my brain off, and whatever he said, I did, and I thank him so much for that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you making the time to reiterate, and yeah, I think, like I said, there's those different moments where, like, you were preventing the posturing up and stuff like that. So I think that can shine through in the fight and stuff like that. I feel like if you didn't have the training of, like, someone like Jesse Goff, like, maybe not as, like, savvy on the ground kind of thing, maybe eating some shots,
Yeah, exactly. So I'll take away the few little wins, and now I know what I got to work on when I go back to the gym.
For sure. Thanks so much for the time, Matt.
Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.